Hello, hello. It's 3:22. It's almost the end of round one or round two, if you want to call it round two. Some people call the playing games round one here in the March Madness bracket. It's Spring Irish Madness here on Ken's Talk, and almost completed with all these first round games. There's still four to go. It's about 10:30 East Coast time here on a late on a Friday night, and instead of waiting until all the games are done, I decided to do a video now addressing some of the frequently asked questions. As my wife goes to bed. Some of the frequently asked questions people are getting me about the brackets and how it works, and we're going to have some fun with the standings table to show you all different looks that we can have. I created an alternate standings sheet, and we're going to have some fun with that. So let's see if we can do this in under 10. I always go long, but let's try to get this done quick. So I have received a couple brackets back. I sent out 50 brackets, I think exactly. 50 brackets to people to run their own pools all over the country. I don't think it went international this year. A great response. People are loving it. Things are working so far. So keep it up. Now, I grabbed a couple brackets that people sent me. I have 245 entrants here. I'm going to build the biggest master bracket that I can find. If you used one of my forms, one of my brackets here, please send me your picks. Everybody in your room. I'm just going to throw them in here. I'm not giving away anything, so it doesn't matter. But I'd love to throw it in here and see who has the best score overall. So I've thrown in these 245 entrants into here, and I've updated my master bracket with the winners so far, even though Western Kansas is still going on. There's a couple games still going on here, so there's four still going on, but everything else picked the winners, and I've refreshed, and here's my standings tab, and this looks similar to the standings tab that you would have seen pre-set up for you. You know, the template that was kind of sitting there when you got the master bracket file. And I've noticed some things here, and people have asked me some questions about it. For example, take a look at what we're looking at here. We've got Karen O'Leary, apparently, has the most points in this tournament. She's way ahead of everybody else. What's going on? This looks really weird, and I can tell you what's going on. She's got two entries in here that are the exact same name, and so they're adding the 2 points together, and that of course is a serious problem because she's not really in the lead. Now this can be prevented in a couple of different ways, and I'm going to move out of this standings table. This is the one you all got, and I'm going to show you how to make it look different ways and how to get everything to look right, and that is going to be on the alternate standing sheet. Okay, so I've created a copy of the regular standings table and created this alternate standings. And I'll show you what I'm talking about with Karen O'Leary. We could double click on her here, and when you double clicked on her you would see all the records that comprise this total. And so when I do that and we zoom in, we see something. We see she's entry number 187 and she's entry number 188, and that is the issue, that she's two entries, and that's fine. That can happen. There are going to be entries and entrants that have the same name. So how do we handle that? Well, what we're supposed to do is really list this by entry number instead of by name first. So I'm right clicking inside of here, and I'm going to go to show field list, and the field list was just popped up on the right here. I'm going to move it over so that you can see what's going on. The field list is imagine you're a puppeteer and all the data are the puppets. These are the strings that move the puppets around and make the play look the way you want it to look. So the pivot field list here, we're going to start messing around with it. There's a hierarchy in what is shown here, and I have this hierarchy. I have the name of the person, and then the round that the pick was made, and then the editors, the picks that the person made. For example, if you open up, you hit this little plus next to Karen's name. These are all different rounds. She's got 37 points in round 1 and 0 points in round 2 because round 2 hasn't happened yet, and subsequent rounds, of course, haven't happened yet. And if you go deeper into round 1, you see all the picks that contributed to her points. And she got 2 points for Louisville, and we could figure out that was a problem because I only gave away 1 point in round 1. So if she's got 2 points, something's going on. So in order to make this look right, I'm shrinking this back up. We need to, instead of name being the very first hierarchy, we need to grab entry number, which is right up here, and I'm pulling entry number down, and I'm putting it above name and making it the first thing. And now it's starting to look right. This is entry number 1 is Autumn, and she has 17 points. I'm going to make this look a little more visually appealing by removing the subtotals so that we're not repeating all the different point totals. And the way to do that, there's a couple different ways, but you can go up to Analyze, actually sorry, you can go up to Design, and you can click Subtotals is after you're inside this pivot table, and you can say Do Not Show Subtotals, because we don't want to show them. This is looking a little better. Now, you can expand and collapse all these different hierarchies to make your viewing better. Now, what that will do is if I click on the one here, if I right click on the one, any version of Excel, you're going to get this expand collapse option is the 6th one down, 7th one down, and you can collapse entire field. That's going to shrink all the entry numbers because I'm clicking on entry number. And boom, now I have entry number 1 has 17 points, blah, blah, blah. Entry number 2 has 15. If I want to sort this by the person who has the most current total points to show up on top, I'm in the entry number level, and I go to More Sort Options, and I'm going to sort descending by current points, and that's going to give me the most current points at the top, and voila. Entry number 221 has 21 points, and this is your real leader. Now, if we want to expand this out to see who these names are, I'm right-clicking, Expand Collapse, Expand Entire Field, and Gon's Girl is in the lead with 21. Very interesting now. So we've just figured out that Karen O'Leary, if you look back at your original standings table, she's not in first. It's really these two people, which we could have seen them there, are really in first. Now, what if we want to see who has the most possible points left or could achieve the highest possible score? Instead of sorting by current points, I click on this arrow again, and I go to More Sort Options, and I'm doing still descending, but now I'm doing descending by best possible final score. And I press OK, and look at this. Turns out Ardell actually has, Ardell and Rosie have the best, Rosie have the best chances of winning so far. Really, I guess. Perhaps. We'll see. Now, this is just one way of looking at things. I have all these other things called pivot slicers in here that allow you to really start digging down and messing around. For example, let's see some... let's see, like teams wise, right? This will be more prominent in later rounds, but you know, for example, there were some upsets. There was a big upset with Georgetown, I think, lost, and that's so sad because they're right here where I live. Georgetown, Georgetown, Georgetown. If you want to find a team and you don't want to waste time, you can do Control F and start typing them in. And there it is. There's Georgetown. Yeah, Florida Gulf Coast, I believe, pulled it out. I'll look on my Microsoft Surface here and figure that out. I love the Microsoft Surface, by the way. This thing is freaking awesome. This thing is just absolutely money. I love it. I've been doing a lot of programming for this bracket on here. Georgetown, I believe, is a loser. I'm pretty sure they are. Yeah, they lost 78-68. Bummer. So they're done. They're done. So if you had, look at people that had Georgetown going far. Watch. This is kind of fun. I'm going back to the alternate standings, and this thing called entry picks. These are all the different entry picks that everybody has. So when I find Georgetown on here, when I scroll down and I find Georgetown, and it's going to be alphabetical, I click Georgetown, I get to see all the people that had Georgetown, right? And obviously none of them got any points, but people have them all the way up through round 6. If you want to see, for example, who had Georgetown all the way going to round 6, all you do is click round 6 now, and voila, these people are in big trouble because they had Georgetown and Georgetown is gone. Now, to release the filter and go back and look at every round that Georgetown was in, you do here. And then if you want to release the filter and look at every single team and not just Georgetown picks, you click this unfiltered funnel thing there, and you're good. So the pivot slices are really fun because they allow you to mess around and do all kinds of different things. I have also done graphs for this. So the way to set up a graph is, and by the way, I want to remove one of these. I want to remove potential points left and leave just best possible and current, because I think that's all we really need. It looks going to look better visually. So yeah, because this is your possible score and this is what you currently have. Now I want to turn this into a chart so that we can visually see what's going on, because this list, this 245 entrants, is really long, right? And I mean, it's helpful obviously, but I like to see things visually. So you can go and you can insert a pivot chart up here in Analyze and set up a pivot chart. And the best charts for this, you're going to get some, I think the column or the bar is the best way to go. Oh, that looks weird. Yeah, interesting. It's entry number. The reason it looks so bad, that's alright. We'll go with the bar graph anyway. The reason it looks bad is because I have some certain things expanded right now, and I'm going to collapse them. Collapse this by entry number. Collapse everything by entry number, and the graph's going to start looking a little better. It's showing possible. No, that's not what we want. Sorry, we want a different type of graph and a different type of chart. And the reason is we want. Sorry, we want to change chart type, and I'm going to do the column graph, not stacked. Why is this not looking the way I want it to look? I'm embarrassed. I can't get this to look right. What the heck's going on here? What is it showing? So this is showing entry number. This is showing just possible points. Current points in blue. Well, I'll show you. I'll make it easier on myself. Because there are two different values, it's messing up the graph a little bit. I'm going to get rid of possible points and just show current points. And here you're going to get something that looks more reasonable. Exactly. Alright, now this also looks kind of messy right now, but that's okay. Now let's flip name above entry. And Karen O'Leary is still a problem. I'll worry about her in a second. There are ways to deal with that. We can change her name in the all data sheet so that she has two separate names. She can be Karen O'Leary 1 and Karen O'Leary 2, so that we can break up these things and she doesn't have the exact same name. Or, but I'm going to do something else. I'm going to show, I just want to show the top, everyone who has like above, say, 17 points. And you can do that by clicking on the little arrow where it says name. Go to value filters, because we're going to be filtering for different values, and we're going to say I want to see only people that have points that are greater than 17. Typed in 17, and now all of a sudden our graph's going to look a whole lot more interesting because we have fewer people, and so you start to see how far apart they really are. And how about instead of over 17, how about over, make it even nicer, maybe over greater than, I'll go greater than 18, I think it'll look fine. Yeah, better. Get the see Karen O'Leary way above everybody else. You can start messing around with all these graphs and really seeing what it is that you want to see, because pivot tables are awesome. Get rid of field list for a second. So you could zoom in, you could make this graph really big and get a better look, because some of the names are going to get hidden because there are too many entrants, right? But that's kind of shows the distribution of your leaders, and you can do anything with this. So yeah. So let me know if you have any questions. I can continue to help everybody out, and I hope you're not scoring, because I did this, 245 entrants. I was able to put this thing together in under an hour, put the teams in, get refreshed, and I hope it's working out for everybody just as well. And I don't know. That's where we are at 3:22, 10:30 at night, and Karen O'Leary, you're not in the lead. These two people are in the lead. And if you got brackets, send them to me. I'll add you to the list. I want to get thousands of people here. We can handle this. We can handle as many as we want. So that is the Kenstock update for Friday night. Go, not Georgetown. I don't know. Who are we rooting for now? I'm rooting for Notre Dame, because I think they were ahead last time I checked. Check that real quick. I heard Notre Dame wasn't supposed to win, but I think they were. Oh, now they're down 31-21 to Iowa State, so maybe that's not going to happen. We'll have to see. So there you go. That's the Kenstock update. Kenstock out. More to come later.